y'all, and welcome to India Brady Art. I am going to attempt to create my very first tumbler. This tumbler is for a friend of mine. She's a fellow YouTuber. Uh, it's Wanda from Wanda's Blessed Creations. I will link her channel up at the top. And this is a 20-ounce skinny from the Stainless Depot. And the lid is a clear lid with the, it snaps on, kind of screws, snaps on. I don't have any spray paint, or not at that time, so I just took some white acrylic paint and painted the tumbler in order to prep it. And I took just whatever sandpaper I had laying around. I think it was 220, I'm not sure. Anyway, so I'm going to lightly sand that. As you can see, it's roughing it up pretty good. And what this does is it helps the paint, whatever paint you put on there. If you decide to go ahead and put resin on there, that's fine. It just helps whatever you're putting on there. It helps, what do you call it? It just helps it grip onto the tumbler. And so I just took some alcohol and a lint-free cloth and just cleaned it off with the alcohol. Now I took some white acrylic paint and I diluted it just a little bit with water. And so as you can see, that little tripod thing, when I ordered my cup turner, it came with a whole bunch of pretty cool stuff. It came with like 3 of those little tripod stands, and it came with another rod. It came with a bigger foam insert. It came with, I think, like a little mat. Came with just a bunch of stuff. I think I ordered this cup turner maybe a year ago and just haven't had the faith in myself to take it out of the box and use it, but that's what it looks like on the little tripod. So it's all dry, and what I'm going to do is I've got her favorite colors are pink, green, and red, and so I'm using what is that? Taffy Pink, ATD Fireball, and Peacock Dance pigment paste. And I've got, I think that's Liquidy Split from KS Resin. Liquidy Split, I like it because it doesn't fully cure in, what was it, 4 hours? 2 hours? Oh gosh, y'all, I don't remember. I think it's 4 hours. Like I said, I'm not sure. I slept until then, but anyway, you can go ahead and take it off the turner without leaving fingerprints and stuff like that. I mean, it's not fully cured like it would be in 24 hours, but you can take it off the turner and progress on to the next phase of creating your tumbler. What I'm doing here is um, I can't think. I'm just transferring equal amounts of resin into those little shot glasses, shot cups. medicine cups, whatever you want to call them, little cups. And you'll see what I'm going to do next with those. Now with pigment paste, I love to use pigment paste because it doesn't use very much. You don't have to use very much, and they last for a really long time. So I'm just, like you see, I'm just drizzling that over the cup that I've already got resin on. And you're probably going, what the heck? My goal was to just have the lines going everywhere to make it more colorful so that the skulls, in the end, the skulls will look as though they have a lot of color in them. Because I know you're saying right now, it's like, I don't understand, but trust me, you will understand when the video's over and you see the completed project. And why I'm doing, trying to pay attention to the top and the bottom, because when has been cured, I take the decals, or not decals, but like stickers that I cut off of my design space inside Cricut's design space, and I lay them or transfer them onto the cup and then spray the whole cup with pink. So I don't know why I'm paying attention to the top and bottom, which I didn't need to. So right now it looks pretty cool. And the next day I walked in and I found this. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is not going to work. No, this is not going to work. I didn't like it at all. So I thought, okay, don't give up. So I took these glitters, and what I'm going to do is basically, I'm going to prep the cup again. I'm going to take the acrylic paint and paint all over it like I did in the beginning. I could have sanded it down, but I don't know why. I just didn't feel comfortable in doing that. So I just went ahead and painted it. So again, I've got my liquidy split, and you see me, putting on my gloves. I've got on a respirator, or a mask. Always, 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 always wear your PPE or your personal protective um, stuff, because this is a chemical, and you don't want all those chemicals on your skin, because your skin, of course, is going to absorb these chemicals. So your lungs, your skin. So please wear your PPEs whenever working with resin. So as you can see, I have put on a thin coat of epoxy, which is the liquidy split. And I've got Emerald Isle from Glitter Makes It. And there was really no rhyme or reason for the order in which I put on the glitter. I knew how I wanted to get it done. Basically, I wanted to get it done in stripes. And then I've got my, let's see, what is that pink? That is Peppa pink from Glitter Makes It. I love their glitters. They're so sparkly. And then the red coming up it's called Red Solo Cup, which I think is the perfect name for it because, I mean, it is the color of a solo cup. So I've got the liquidy split again, and I'm just going to put just one thin layer on it. And I want to remind y'all that I think I'm 23 subscribers away from reaching 1,000. So I'm so excited. The giveaway is still going on because once I reach 1,000, that I'm gonna have the drawing. So y'all don't forget. And what I use here in my video, my affiliate links and coupon codes, everything will be in the description box. If you want to email me, my email, Amazon wish list, Etsy, Instagram, all of that, everything is in the description box. So I don't have just regular plain colored vinyl laying around. So I'm having to use some holographic because that's the majority of the type of vinyl that I use. And this vinyl, I think I think it's from Amazon because I don't know about y'all, th those of you that use Cricut vinyl. I don't know, but that vinyl to me is a nightmare. It is a nightmare, especially to transfer. How do y'all transfer that stuff? I've used both of their tapes, transfer tapes. I've used packing tape. Anyway, I just said, you know what? Forget this. I am buying just some off brand name vinyl off Amazon, and I love it. So I did buy some vinyl from Arteza, which I haven't used yet, but this vinyl right here is a lot thinner. And for me, it's easier to work with, especially when trying to transfer. It doesn't look like it once uh, once I get ready to transfer those designs onto that cup because this vinyl has a tendency to bring the paper up with it. So I've had to be really careful whenever I'm trying to get that design onto that transfer tape. And that little weeding tool, or not the weeding tool, but the actual grabber thing, I, I just got to where I really don't like using it. I used it because it came with something else that I had ordered from somewhere. I mean, sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. And when I weed, I have a tendency to weed into the design instead of weeding out, which means the the vinyl that's, how do I explain it? Those of you that have weeded before, you know what I'm talking about. I don't weed towards the outside. I weed more towards the inside, from the outside in instead of the inside out. I don't know why, it's just more comfortable for me. Yeah, but right, you see me right there with all those little teeny tiny pieces. Was hard to get inside of that little bulb looking thing. I don't know what you call them, but yeah, it was just difficult for me to get them in there. And I thought, screw this, just give me a paper towel and I will get rid of them that way. I mean, but they're fun to do. I love to weed. And I was kind of disappointed when I laid down the glitter on the tumbler because I researched like different colors of sugar skulls, and the majority of them are just a bunch of different colors, and I really wanted to stay to her favorite colors but make it look like there's more color, if that makes any sense. So after I thought about it, I thought that the width of the stripes were too wide. But other than that, in the end, I was so happy with myself, even though I could tell that there were a few flaws in it, but and that's pretty cool if you can get a small piece that you can just yank up or peel up, and it'll take other pieces of vinyl with it that you have to take off anyway. It helps out a great deal. But these are so intricate. And y'all might hear vehicles in this video and basically in my other videos also, but the street that I live on is a shortcut. So the more I've noticed within the past, I would say 10 years, the street is getting a lot more popular with more and more people moving out in this area. the more, I guess, word gets around that, yeah, go down the street and it'll be a shortcut. Yeah, I don't, was kind of wondering about that sticker right there with the flowers on it. But it ended up working out anyway. You know, I just said to heck with it. And yeah, but this part right here is the part that I knew was going to take quite a bit of time because those images are very intricate. Yeah, the lady that I'm making this for, Wanda, she's just going through a really difficult time right now. So I thought that I would make her something and hopefully this will cheer her up. We're almost done with this one. Yep, and just throw all that stuff away on the paper towel. Yeah, that one came out okay. I know with when I because I put her name on here too. When I went to weed her or transfer her name onto the transfer tape, it I had a little bit of a problem with it. So, and what I was going for was just to scatter them around on the cup, but have them have all three colors in the skull. I didn't want to have like a totally red one or totally pink or totally green. I wanted them to have all three colors. And I didn't have my burnishing tool, which was fine. See there? The top of the skull is red, the middle is pink, and the bottom is green. Kind of like an ombre effect. So after I put the skulls, all the skulls on the cup, I wasn't happy with where I placed a couple of them. Because in the beginning, I wasn't planning on putting her name on it. But after looking at the placement of all of the skulls, this one place was just looked naked to me. There was nothing there. And it looked off balance. So I was wondering what in the world I could put in that hole. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll put her name on it, customize it. And that's it. So I went outside and spray painted it with, um, oh shoot, let me, let me get it, y'all. It's with the Krylon, it's called Bonnet Pink, and it's a chalky finish, which was fine with me. I didn't care. I was going to put uh, resin on it anyway. So, and I just took up all the vinyl that was left on there, and that gives you your peekaboos. Now, right here, I took a micro brush with some alcohol, and I'm cleaning in the spaces where the vinyl was not in contact with the tumbler. So the spray paint got onto the tumbler in spaces where it shouldn't have. And of course, that was my fault because I wasn't paying attention to making sure that my all of the vinyl was stuck to the cup. So I'm going through and cleaning, and the alcohol, I had to scrub just a little bit, but the alcohol got it up. It took it off. And I don't know where the footage went, where it shows me taking off the vinyl to reveal the peekaboo. Go figure. But yeah, when I came in, I that's what I did, was just removed all the vinyl. Yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that just does not look right. And what I'm doing here, I do apologize. What I'm doing here is I'm taking my X-Acto blade knife or knife blade, and I'm skimming it across the rim of the cup to go ahead and clean like any paint or uh, what do you call it, resin off of it. Right now I'm cleaning up the cup because there's some paint that got inside the cup, and what I'm going to do after this cup is fully cured, I mean fully cured, ready to send out in the mail, is I'm going to take it and wash it in some nice soapy water, get it all clean, and then it'll be on its way to its new owner. So yeah, there were just a few spots of dried resin in there, and it's really nice because you just take your blade, um, and stick it underneath the dried resin, and it'll pop right up. So I've got her name all cut, and I've noticed that I didn't do a good job cleaning the rim of the cup. So right now I'm going to weed what is the vinyl that's not needed and just get rid of all of that. Yeah, I've got a ton of holographic, just different colored holographic vinyl. That's my favorite. I love that stuff. I love holographic anything. And that was not easy trying to get that paper away from that or away from that tape. So I'm like, okay, well maybe this corner is better. If y'all know of a trick or something that, yeah, you don't have to spend an hour trying to get that stuff apart, let me know. Because after I made this tumbler, I fell in love with making tumblers. So get ready. Get ready to see more tumblers. And see right there, that part of the cup looked naked to me. So the light bulb went off over my head, and I just went, hey, personalize this cup and put her name on it. And there we go. And y'all save the backing that comes onto your tape, because you can use your tape a whole bunch of times, actually, whether it's transfer tape or like a lot of times I use packing tape. So, and right there is a Two-Faced Chameleon from Artist Till Death. It's called, uh, oh my goodness, it's really popular. I'll have it in the description, but it's super fine, super, 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 super fine glitter. And I just wanted to put it on there to give it a little bit of extra pizzazz, and but I don't want, you know, so much glitter in there that I want to take away from the glitter that's in the skulls. So I just poured just teeny tiny amount, because that's all it takes with that glitter right there, is it takes just a tiny, tiny amount, and it turned out beautiful. It could have used a little bit more, but at the time I did not want to chance it, because this cup is not for me. I'm making it for somebody else. So if I put more glitter in it, for the top coat, and it not turn out right, then I would have wasted all that time. So I'm just taking my extra resin and pouring it into my mold. And I'm taking my um, heat, or my torch, and going through and popping the bubbles. And this is the final result. So until next time, y'all, dare to create.